your pretty ass. So when she came in the door, I just wanna chill, got a sack for us to roll. Married to the money, introduced her to my stove. Showed her how to whip and now she remixing for low. She my track queen, let her hit the bando.
So this is an interesting one. I actually just got done with a job not too long ago. It was a sedan. I pulled up to this guy's house. Actually, it was an apartment building and it was connected to like a little restaurant, so it was kind of a hassle getting in and out, but nevertheless we got the job done, completed, and the customer was happy. I actually don't like calling my clients customers, I call them clients. I just feel like it's a more professional thing to do. But anyways, I had an experience yesterday that I wanted to touch on and talk about because it actually was a learning experience for me. I had a recurring client that called me out to do her Mercedes. I believe it was a CLK 63, like 2007. The interior was all cream, leather seats. Mats were pretty dirty. Floor was okay. It wasn't that dirty, not that stained up, but nevertheless, still was dirty. Needed a little bit of cleaning. She initially wanted to do the interior exterior detail. I charge $110 for a sedan for a full interior cleaning, and I charge $50 for a full exterior cleaning. This particular client, when I did her other car, she called me out the first time for a Nissan Sentra. It was her daughter's Nissan Sentra. She was getting it for her birthday. So I already had a feel for what this client was like, how she operated, how she wanted things done. She's very picky. So I came in under the impression that she was going to be very picky. Through every single detail that I do, I'm thorough. I make sure that I hit everything. I make sure I hit every corner. If I can't get something out, that's the only reason that it's going to stay in the car. If it's still in the car, I can't get it out. Point blank, I try not to miss anything. Of course, I'm not perfect. I miss things sometimes. I go in and I clean it up and I apologize. If I miss too many things, where it's like it's 2-3 things the customer's seeing and they're telling me, I feel like that's unprofessional and I'm results driven. So that's when I start, okay, let me knock $5 off. Let me knock $10 off for missing this stain or missing this spot on the door. Little stuff like that. I try to minimize those mistakes because, again, I feel like it looks unprofessional. I'm a detailer. I'm supposed to get those minute details. That's what a detailer is. After everything was wrapped up, she did her little walk around of the vehicle and she was pointing out things here and there. She wanted me to touch up, see if I can get it a little bit better. The vehicle, I'll put the clips in probably after I finish up my little speech, but the vehicle turned out pretty nice. Everything was clean. Everything was restored back to how, it's not going to be 100%. I always tell people I cannot guarantee you that the car will be 100% back how you first bought it, but I can guarantee you that it will look 1,000 times better if I take the job. If I take a job, I'm guaranteeing you that I will give you results. I like to see the vehicle before I perform any detail because I've had instances in the past where I come out to the site and I see the vehicle and I'm like, I can't do anything with this. There's nothing that I can do that would make this look better. I would just be hurting myself, wasting my time, and really wasting chemicals, damaging my equipment, you name it. So it's certain jobs that I don't take, and it's for a reason. But when I do take jobs, I promise you results, but I cannot promise you 100% that the car will be back to how it was when you first bought it. And I feel like every detailer should be like that. You cannot promise 100% that something's going to be 100% restored. That's just not that's not what detailing is to me. A lot of people have different ideological. A lot of people have a lot of different ways of thinking about detailing and what detailing is exactly, and that's just my personal opinion. She did a walkthrough of the vehicle and she, like I said, she was pointing out things here and there. Boom, I fixed it real quick. It wasn't anything too major, but we got to a certain door panel, and again, I said that this vehicle was leather and it's an older car, it's an older model car. I explained to her that with leather, and this is a good learning lesson for detailers, new detailers or detailers that didn't even know this, but when you're cleaning leather seats, the leather has a protective coating above it, so it's protecting the leather from dirt and other contaminants that can get on it. And over time, that protective coating from you getting the car detailed or cleaned or whatever the case, that layer is basically dissolving. It's done. So after that layer has been completely removed and the leather is now exposed, now you have to be a little bit more delicate when you're rubbing that leather hard, trying to get that dirt out, because now you can start taking the paint off of the leather. And I explained this to her when she tried to, I was touching up another spot. It was right here on the seats. She thought that I missed it, but I explained what I just explained to you guys to her. She said okay. And like I said, when I detail vehicles, I'm very thorough. I try my hardest not to miss anything. So she proceeded to tell me that the door panel looked a little dingy. Now in my head, I didn't want to keep explaining to her these different factors and different reasons why things turn up a certain way or why things can't be brought back to perfect. But basically, what I should have told her is not only the problem with the leather protective coating not being there, but the fact that the car is actually a drop top. So I know for a fact that the sun has been exposed, or the leather has been exposed to the sun over the years, a lot. I was even detailing the car in the sun, so I know that the car and the leather has been exposed to the sun a lot, and that can cause the leather to be discolored. So she said that it looked a little bit dingy. I was thinking this in my mind, but I didn't want to keep explaining things to her and her thinking that I'm making excuses and that I'm missing things, so I just did it. I applied my cleaner and I started scrubbing, and you can see that the leather was now coming off. So at this point, she sees that the leather is coming off, and then she tells me to stop. I stop, and she proceeds to tell me that, oh, I should have stopped as soon as I started scrubbing and I saw that the paint was coming off, this, that, and the third. My takeaway from this experience would be to be more forward and more direct with my clients, because when I'm coming out to do their cars, I'm the detailer. I'm the professional. I'm the person that they're calling to come and take care of these things for them. And even going back to that client, she came out and, it was kind of like, I felt kind of a little bit disrespected. She brought out some shampoo that she wanted me to use instead of what I was using. And I just felt, was it not clean enough for you? I felt like I got all the stains out. I felt like all of the mats were clean, the carpets were clean, the seats were clean. Like I said, the car wasn't perfect. Like, you had little spots that were a little dingy, and that's not because of me missing it or me not hitting it hard enough, me not spraying it enough. It's just that comes with an older car. Things wear, things tear. Nothing can stay perfect forever. When you have a daily driver that you're driving every single day, it's gonna be a little bit more wear and tear on the vehicle. It's gonna be a little bit more stain. It's just a lot of things, and it's not gonna be 100% how it's going to be or how it was when you first bought it. And most people's perception of detailing is different, including the clients. Some people think that when you call a detailer and you're paying this much money, the car has to be perfect. Detailing is definitely a process, and not a lot of people understand that, and that's why I'm here to educate and help people understand what detailing is. That client, she kind of rubbed me the wrong way, so that brings me to what is next. What do I do now about this client? Going forward, I think that I will not be doing business with this client. I feel like if I'm just not explaining it as well as I could, but her whole demeanor, it just, when you have somebody that wants a discount, or they're not directly asking you for a discount, but they want that discount and they're finding anything that they can to try and get that discount, or just little bitty things, like, again, bringing the shampoo out, nitpicking and saying this isn't how it's supposed to be, going against my word, like, and my knowledge. Like, I told the client that this would happen. I told her that this would happen if I did this, and she requested me to do such thing, and what I said would happen actually happened. and she was mad at me for it. I apologized, and I got up out of there because there was nothing I could really do. If you requested, I shouldn't have followed through with it. I should have told her again. I don't think that we should do that. I think that we should leave it how it is. This is like this because of the sun. It's been exposed to the sun. This has a little bit of discoloration. The best that you can probably do would be just to replace that panel if you really wanted it to look new again. But that was on me. I'll take the hit for that one. I should have again informed her even more than I already did about the sun discoloration and not went ahead and wiped that door. You know, she was just nagging and she was pretty upset about it, which I understand. It's business. I always feel like the customer is right, so therefore it is on me. It is my fault. And I'm gonna learn from the situation, but still comment down below what you think I should have did. Should I have still followed through with her request? Or should I have just told her that it was sun discoloration and there was nothing that I could do for the door? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.